I'm up like 8 or 9 grand on the CFD accounts. And I've also been trading with another firm that I took a $2,500 payout there, and I'm close to taking another $2,500 payout there. So I'll do about 10 grand in my first month of actually trading with instant accounts.
Dude, you're pretty popular in South Africa. I know you don't realize, but you are. So like if you start trading futures, you'd think a lot of people would copy.
I want to go live with Top One Futures. That's my goal long term. I want to take the payouts and then hopefully take a second and third payout and go live. That's my goal. I'm still hiring coaches, and I think every single person that wants to elevate themselves is hiring someone to help them improve. You don't need to have these massive 4-to-1 risk reward ratios. You need to stack winners and then know what your comfortable loss limit is for the day. As soon as you have that in place, you're going to win long term.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the podcast. Home team, but it's just me and Bruce today. So Bruce, we're talking weightlifting. We're talking Peter in the Black Shirt Club, his success. I think it's like this $500 to $1,000 extra for some people per month, I think is more important to talk about than I've been giving it credit to. So I want to talk to you about that. Talk about the instant funded stuff since you've moved over to the instant fundeds. But how's it going, buddy? What are you doing? How's the dad life? Catch everybody up. People like the home team, bro. So they want to hear the personal stuff. They want more vlogs.
Exactly. No, in a great place, both, mentally, spiritually, physically, all good, bro. All good my side. No, it's been obviously a different chapter of my life. I know, obviously good to have guys like you in my corner that have been through it, but it was tough in the beginning. I must say it was, adapting and trading while being tired was tough, and I lost a bunch of accounts, but now honestly things are thriving. And I think that's the point of life, is that you can't always be riding high. There's peaks and valleys, and you have to learn how to navigate both of them. Otherwise, it would be boring if you're just winning the whole time. You have to also have a few challenges in order to build character and also to appreciate the good times as well. So that for me personally, I'm in a good spot right now, as I said, but I always know that you just got to be grateful, because not every single time is going to be like this. But yeah, loving working with obviously you and Ev and the guys in the Black Shirt Club as always. And we're seeing some good success with our members too.
Bro, look at the success. You and me go all the way back to when the Black Shirt Club started. It was only $500 a month. We weren't doing any one-on-one sessions. It was all group. Remember, this is what, 2020? I think we started 2019.
I joined ASFX in 2019, end of 2019, and then we started the Black Shirt Club in October or so in 2021.
Oh, so I'm way off. Okay, so 2021.
Yeah.
And now,
but it's still been, this will be coming up on 4 years now, right? So that's
still good. 4 years is still good. But now, dude, seeing where the success was then versus now, some of the guys doing 40K payouts, 80K days, copy trading, the guys that we're trading with just continue to raise the bar. It's crazy. And you see now the impact that it has on some of the guys that are maybe more new and smaller, just starting out. So let's talk about this first as our first topic for today. Extra income, 500, 1,000, 1,500, $2,000 a month, not 10K, 20K per month payouts. Like I know you're cooking up a 10K payout right now. So let's talk about Peter. You were coaching Peter. Tell us a little bit about him and his story, where he's from. And I know you said he's going to be cool with us talking about him. I'm sure he's a chill guy with it. So give us the backstory to Peter, and then talk about last month, June, versus so far this month, July. And I'll pull it up on screen here. Hey traders, a quick break from the podcast to thank our sponsors. First, Top One Futures. They've been a sponsor of this show for a very long time. Most of you have already tried Top One Futures using my discount code. But now they've dropped these new accounts. They're called Pro accounts. They are instant funded accounts, so you don't have to waste time in a challenge. They have an intraday trailing drawdown instead of an end of day trailing drawdown, but they offer you the capacity to scale the business for $10,000, $15,000, $20,000 payouts all in one go, depending on how many accounts you're copy trading. So head to top1futures.com. There's a link below. Use the code ASFX if you do buy anything. That'll add 5% extra on whatever their best discount is at the time. So use the code ASFX. Head to the website, read the FAQ, read the rules, make sure they're a good fit for you, but definitely consider checking out these pro accounts. So far, everyone's loving it, and I think you will too. Our second sponsor for today is TradeZella. You can now use the code ASFX to save 20% on any membership plan that they offer. That's going to be the number one place for you to start if you're looking to journal your trades and track your data correctly. It's way beyond just taking a picture of your trade and putting a couple of text bubbles on it. It's actually going to give you the data telling you where to make improvements, where you're doing well, and it's also going to tell you where your weak points are and where you need to hopefully cut some of the fat to make your trading more profitable. So if you haven't checked out TradeZella already, there's a link down in the description. Use the code ASFX and that'll save you 20%.
Yeah. So as I said, like Austin coaches about 5 traders, I coach about 5 traders, and then Ev coaches about 5 traders. So we're always working with a bunch of guys, and everyone's on different levels, right? We're going to have some guys come in, like I'm sure you've all heard about Nick Jocelyn. That's going to be, I mean, he's up like 400 grand this year. But I think personally for me, what I like coaching for guys is that actually makes it worth it is guys like this, like Peter, right? So Peter came into the Black Shirt Club, and he's from the West Coast, right? In all the way out in California side, near Vancouver, close to Seattle, Vancouver, Washington, right? So basically on the Pacific Standard Time, and I know from experience from working with guys on that side, dude, it's tough to wake up because opens at 6:30. It is very, very tough personally for the guys I've worked with. But the reason I like working with guys like Peter for me is simply because this is the reality of trading, that it actually can be a great extra source of income if you put the work in. So he came to me and on my first call, I always say to the guys I work with, tell me your goals, because I need to know where they're at. We're going to have some guys that are going to come in and be like, dude, I want to make 20, 30 grand a month. We're going to have some guys that are going to come in and say, listen, I just want to make an extra $1,000 a month. And let me tell you this, is that there's no right or wrong answer. You got to find what is good for you. And Peter told me, dude, I just want to make an extra $500 a month. And I think from a perspective of, that is life-changing money for a lot of people. I mean, if you think of it like an extra $500 to $1,000 a month, that's an extra 12 grand a year. That for a lot of people, that can relieve a lot of extra pressure that they might be feeling. So he came in June when we started working, beginning of June. He lost $387. He's trading a top one evaluation at the moment, right? So top one evaluation at the moment. He said he wants to try an evaluation first before moving to a top one instant account.
Okay.
He lost $300, right? And I think the big thing that we were working on together was his maximum losing days. His losing days were quite outsized to his winning days. You can see there $200 to $110. So outsized losing days, and not pulling trades when he knows they're working against him, getting out of them. Maybe he breaks a VWAP against him and he just needs to get the hell out, but he tries to hold in. So that was our big work on for the month. And then setting the max loss limit on Project X. That's a great thing about Project X, and those loss limits, setting them tighter. And then come to July this month, the guy's, he's on a great run. He's at one red day this month. But look at the red day now, $152 compared to that $200, $300 losing days. And he's green again, just stacking the green days. And I think this is something that, I learned from you, is that you don't need to have these massive 4-to-1 risk reward ratios. You need to stack winners and then know what your comfortable loss limit is for the day. As soon as you have that in place, you're going to win long term, because he's taking good trades, good VWAP bounce plays, VWAP break plays, and just stacking the green days, as you can see, with a high win rate. And he's up $400 this month. That's almost what his goal was, what he told me when he joined the Black Shirt Club. And that's only on one 25K account. So you stack a few accounts together and you're going to make a lot more than that. But I think this needs to be highlighted a bit more, is because I think, a lot of guys come in and they see very unrealistic gains on Twitter or on social media and stuff like that. Can you make that type of money trading? Yes. But I think what you don't understand is those guys have sometimes been trading for like 15 years before they start to see that,
Well said, bro. So Peter figured out how to make his losing days smaller, not necessarily how to do anything more, correct?
Correct. He didn't go and change his winners or try and add to winners. He literally just started to cut his losing trades quicker.
And then you're saying the plan is, your approach with coaching a guy like him is show him he can do this. And then if this guy can afford it, whoever it may be, Peter, whoever, then you would do copy trading. Then the idea is now go at it with scale. That's what you're saying.
Correct. Yes, because he said to me, James, like, listen, I just want to prove to myself that I can actually do this. And then I might go get 1 or 2 other accounts. And building a good base is more important than making money instantly, in my opinion, from the guys that I've worked with. Because if you don't have a solid base, if you can't make $500 a month, well, how the hell are you going to go make $50,000 a month? You're just going to lose more money because you're going to be purchasing more accounts and losing more money. So prove to yourself that you can do it on one account before maybe going and copy trading. And that's actually also what I've done with my own trading as well, with these instant accounts, because as I said, I lost a bunch of accounts when Beckham was first born, and I needed to prove to myself again, listen, just get myself in the game, and we start going from there. And I think for guys like Peter, I think that's what you should be doing. As I said, you can't expect to make $10,000 a month if you haven't even made $1,000,
Why? I mean, I guess you would then say, tell me if I'm wrong, but then you probably feel like prop firms are almost bad for new traders because they razzle dazzle you into this like copy trading, spend more money, when in reality, it's not necessarily going to lead to a lot of payouts if you're a trader who has never taken money out of the market at all, right?
Well, agreed. Because if you haven't taken a payout on one 50K account, how are you going to make it when you're copy trading 10 50K accounts? You're just going to lose 10 accounts.
Right.
Yeah.
There is so that's a con in a way for the prop firm. Then there's the pro of it too. The appeal of day trading now, I think, goes to a wider audience, right, bro? Like you have more people in South Africa now interested in futures than ever before.
Correct.
So
correct.
See the pay.
In fact, I actually spoke on that. Yeah, well, I even spoke on that at the conference that I went and spoke at.
What was that called?
It was the Financial Magnates conference in Cape Town. I actually spoke on futures trading in South Africa because obviously futures from this whole prop firm saga and everything like that has become more popular. And I'm quite stoked. Obviously, I've got my Hungarian passport, but a few of these, like top one are actually allowing South Africans to trade futures. So I'm actually been trading instant accounts with their sister company, if you want to call it, Top One CFDs, Top One Trader. And now I'm trading with Top One Futures, and it's been working really, really solidly for me. So, I mean, if you can trade futures. Also, it doesn't matter what you can do. It's about learning the skill of trading, and that's the main thing.
Deep dive that. So South African traders now can trade futures, and you're trading between Top One Trader, which is CFDs, and Top One Futures, which is the futures company. So you're doing both, and you're doing instant funded accounts on both.
Correct. Yes, I'm doing instant funded accounts on both. So I've actually recently purchased, because I needed to get used to the Top One Futures first and foremost. So I took an evaluation first, 50K account, and then I passed it. And then I was up about $600 before hitting the incorrect position sizing and blowing it on the funded account. So getting used to Project X, but now I started to trade a little bit more. I was practicing on this practice account, and I was confident enough to actually purchase 3 150K accounts. I'm going for those big $3,500 payouts across the 3 accounts. I'm copy trading these. It's the first day I actually copy trading them today. I made $192 across 3 accounts, and I'm going to be going for it. So South Africans can trade with Top One, and also we can go live with them as well, which is pretty cool. So cool. That's my goal with them too. Then Top One Trader, their sister company, I took a $1,600 payout from there. And then I've been trading some of these accounts. Again, you can see they're instant funded. I haven't been copy trading these. I've been trading them manually. You're not actually allowed to copy trading them on the CFDs. And as you can see, up 4%, almost 4%, and then 2 and a bit percent. But trading them for quite some time now. And then, as I said, I literally just started trading them now and took a $1,600 or $700 payout over there. You can see that.
Yeah. With the 150K accounts on the